it's not your fault. I let you go, I'm sorry, but the thing about us, yeah, I know that you lied when you said you could.
Hi, I'm Beks, and I'm here with the director of my music video, Mr. Beau.
Hey, how you doing?
He directed my latest music video, The Thing About Us, and I have some questions to answer.
And we're just gonna go through the video too and like maybe point out like a couple of things that I guess people wouldn't see from the other side. So like there was a couple of bloopers, there's a couple of Easter eggs, and just like really going into detail about some of the things, and like even the locations were like really cool and the way that we like stumbled across them. It was funny. It was funny because we had to set, was it you or was it Joey who had to set up an actual Bumble account?
I had to set up Bumble,
and then
we had to set our preferences to this within 5 kilometers.
Same age.
Just
to be able to get you to match with him on this.
Yeah.
And
match. It's so hard to watch now.
Why?
It's hard to watch because, because Joey and I were really, we were really vibing.
Yeah.
And it's hard,
Yeah, I guess because you guys actually really had chemistry, because I remember when we were trying to find a guy, you were like, oh, well, I've been talking to this guy and there's some chemistry there and you think he's really hot and he's got a really cool look. So I can understand how, this video, which is ironically about the same situation kind of, well, not really, but it's about someone that you had a short relationship with that just didn't really work out. But I guess that's,
that's my default.
And well, it's just 2020. Yeah. And we shot this in Bribey. No, it was near Bribey Island.
Yeah.
And we weren't actually meant to go to this location. But just the trees, and we drove past and we saw that hill and we were and the sun was just beaming off it, and it was just perfect. Look at the shots that are coming up now.
Yeah.
Whilst we've got this pause, did you want to do a question?
Okay, so these are some of the questions that you sent in to me about the music video. Okay, so we've got how and why did you choose a specific director for this video?
Ooh. Who asked that?
Vanessa, Joy,
thanks, Vanessa.
Rogers. Well, I chose Beau because I just moved to Brisbane and I didn't have a network here, and I did a call out, and my best friend Clara Fable had done some work with you before.
Yeah, we'd done photos and images mainly, but we'd never actually done any video together, because I guess I've only been doing music videos for the last year, and I think with COVID happening, it kind of really slowed down. But Claire and I had talked about in the past doing a couple of music videos and stuff together, but I guess being in Sydney and border closures and stuff, it didn't let it happen.
Yeah, I think I remember it was I was in the park walking at 8:30 at night, and we had our first phone call.
Yeah.
And we were brainstorming, and I just really loved your energy.
Yeah.
And I just I felt really I just felt even from the conversation, it was going to be a proactive project.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to make all of these decisions, that you had great ideas.
Yeah, and that's what I loved about this project, is that we actually did it so seamlessly.
Yeah.
There was only a couple of things that were hiccups, like the rain.
Yeah.
It's just been a wild summer with all this rain. And I think we just I needed to talk to you, because you had texted me and you sent me the link to the song, but I didn't really get the song until we actually started to hang out and work out what the vibe of you and what the vibe of the song was. It sounds all happy and poppy, but it's actually just kind of a sad song.
It is. But it's also about independence as well, being and
setting your boundaries.
Yeah, and getting older in love. When I say that, the whole music video premise is based on a premonition, and
Yeah.
that comes from experience
Yeah.
and having lots and lots of failed experiences to kind of see a red flag and know,
Yeah.
you know, this is gonna. I mean, yeah, I pretty much, maybe I'm pessimistic now, but I kind of enter every
It is.
situation
It's
now
pretty much
thinking
like
it's gonna be
it's
over.
pretty much like the anthem for red flags.
Yes.
It's a tutorial on red flags.
Yes,
Let's
I
watch
love
some
that.
more.
Okay.
The thing about us, yeah, I know that you lied when you said you could get over us. The thing about us is I told you a lie.
Don't you reckon that scene with me and Joey on the beach is
It's like Queensland tourism?
It's like Queensland
Yeah, we
Queensland
kept on
tourism.
saying.
Queensland tourism, you need to sponsor us
Yeah,
for this.
I'll send you the raw clips. This one.
Oh my god. Aww.
And actually, I don't know if I can go back. But in the editing process, this shot here,
If it's about us, then we
Where I like go back and then same
on.
again.
about us.
yeah, no, these parts.
The thing about us,
So we had, for those of you at home who see the final product and you don't know, like, you think that you've got something perfect and nothing's gone wrong, but when I sent you the first edit, I didn't notice that you had your tassels caught in your belt.
Yeah.
So we had to go through and like make sure like none of the shots had
Yeah.
any of the tassels in it.
It's like classic, like, I think that's, you know, we worked as a really tight, small team.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think they're the things that,
You need
you know,
people on set to like you got
stylists and-
wardrobe stylists.
Yeah,
I guess we didn't really need sound because we just played off a little speaker box.
yeah.
Alright, we're back at the beach. Where were we?
I think this is a good spot to even talk about Kimbralou
Yeah.
collaboration.
Yeah.
Because there's some questions about that, but it feels like you're on the edge of asking.
Oh,
saying
I was just
something.
gonna mention how like when it comes to finding locations that are really, really cool for music videos, I'm gonna give you guys 5 seconds to guess where this is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. No, you were wrong. It's a bowls club. So I live near a bowls club and they just have this cinematic as F, beep that out, cinematic as fuck lighting. And I drive past it and I was just like to Bex, like, oh yeah, I found this place, it's so cool. But it's just a bowls club. This part. All right.
Yeah.
Q&A.
So we've got another question here. What specifically made you choose the exclusive Kimbralou looks that were featured in your music video?
Well, what made you choose?
Well, I mean, it was more like, what couldn't I choose? It was
Yeah.
like so I came to Brisbane, I went to a Battle of event, I met Kimbralou, I saw her rack of clothes, I missed the runway show, and someone said, I'll just go and talk to her. And I went up to her and I wasn't quite sure like if she was like cool with me or not, but I was like, do you think, I've got a music video coming up, like, do you think that I could wear some of these
Yeah.
clothes? And she's like, honey, come over. So I went over the next day and I was there for like 6 hours. And like, everything she makes is completely upcycled.
Yeah.
Even her thread,
Yeah.
her sewing machines. And like, I think that's just
That's
friggin'
crazy. Even the thread and
amazing.
the...
Yes.
Huh.
And her house is just like this amazing, like,
Retro vintage.
rented
yeah.
vintage, like, yeah, there's just so many clothes. So what made me choose her was like,
Yeah.
she was available and willing to do that and support a developing artist that doesn't have a huge budget, but the main thing is that she's got fucking style. And like, for every film clip I've made, like, I always like collect one piece
Yeah.
from that film clip.
And
so this is the jacket that
The
I kept from
yeah.
this film clip.
I love that jacket.
It's so cool.
Especially in like the later scenes. All right, let's have another
Okay.
little look.
Oh my gosh, should we talk about this scene?
Yeah.
This scene was hectic. For me, this is kind of like where Joey and I's like personal relationship outside of the music video started to like really get tested, because we were out on the highway. Joey had never driven in Australia. He's from the UK.
Yeah.
So,
And he's got my dad's 1967 Mercury, which is about 70 meters long and handles like a boat.
And is on the steering wheel's
on the wrong side of the road. And we had to get him to overtake me whilst I was in the filming vehicle.
In my mum's Ford Laser.
And your mum's Ford Laser. And we had to talk on our phones and say faster, slower, faster, slower. So you actually don't get to see any of those scenes in here, because they just didn't work that well. So what we did is we found a side street.
This was like the safety side street.
This was a safety side street, and we just wanted to get it like that, kind of like, let's go on a date and get away, just do some wholesome shit kind of stuff. Like, he's cool,
Yeah.
and so we're like, this is his cool car, he's trying to impress you, and it really worked out. But we should for the music video. And it's funny because like, I don't know if you can, if you have a look at the camera angles and where, like, back of the car, I was actually sitting on the car, in the back of the car, whilst the car's moving to get those shots. But the thing is, because I was going to put it in slow-mo, we only went like 10 kilometers an hour anyway, but you can't even tell.
Yeah, that was like, it was like stunt stuff. That's from my favorite.
So this scene is pretty much what you're telling me the music video was about. So do people actually know what the song is about?
Well, the song is about, I guess, like being in a constant state of single. And I guess when you like go down to another layer, it's about getting older, as I was saying, like learning to figure out the signs. And then also on another level is like kind of self-sabotaging things.
Yeah, right.
You know, like I could have been in relationships with people, but I just have, it's like I'm hung up on the fantasy of like, well, really, I just want to be with Tyler, the creator, but maybe A$AP Rocky as well. Like, maybe that could be like
a thing,
like a throuple.
Well, you know, just keep on going.
Yeah, that's the point. But you know, until I reach there, everything else is kind of like fantasy, and it's really hard for me to like just settle for like normality, even though that probably is good for my mental health. Like, I'm just like, I'm not going to stop till I get exactly what I want. Like, we need this, and this. We need driven, we need charming, we need clean. Committed, we need we need clean, we need phone, you know, like just the basics plus. And you know, I guess because I'm so obsessed with what I do, like I just need someone
to be on the same level doing what they're doing, so you can just like work together and build.
So
what got me with the music video for the inspiration for like this scene and the rest of it was like where everything's fine, and then as it goes on, you know, you realize that like the cracks appear, like you have like you have with Joey in those previous scenes. But I remember you specifically telling me that like there was this relationship that you're with this guy and you're pretty much like drunk the whole time, and like and you just had this moment and you realize like, fuck, what am I doing with my life? And that's what this one was about. It's like you're just like, you know, partying all the time, and like you sobered up and you realize that you didn't really want to be with him.
It's like you kind of like get swept up in like, it's always so fun when you're first with someone to begin with, and you're like,
it's new and it's fresh and it's exciting,
and you get swept up in the fantasy, and you are drinking a lot, and sometimes there's also that like compromise, like, oh, that's not right, like something that he did there wasn't right, or something that she did there wasn't right, but like you're, you know, because you're inebriated, drunk on alcohol and on the fantasy of it working
Yeah.
out, then you just like make these like compounded compromises that eventually lead to like, oh shit, like, and he really likes me or she really likes me, and now I'm like wigged out,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Before I talk about this whole thing, because this is the favorite part of the video.
Same.
It was just where it all kind of came together.
Yeah.
Q&A.
Q&A.
Any more questions?
That's right. Okay, so another one we've got for is, how long did it take to plan? How long did planning take?
A week.
A week, yeah.
It was probably a week.
Yeah.
But pretty much like all the cinematography, we pretty much like wrote the script together, but literally there was no crew.
Yeah.
And I didn't even send you a proper
No, we didn't do any of that.
a proper
Call
treatment
sheet or anything.
because my Mac had to go to Apple to get sorted, so I couldn't even write anything. So I just got all these screenshots and
Yeah.
sent them to you, and like for it to come out like this was like something that I didn't think that was possible.
For sure. I think the biggest planning for me was my outfits, but like I
Yeah.
smashed that in 6 hours with
Yeah.
Kimbralou.
And this was the only location that we actually had to get approval for. So this is I've seen this petrol station in Balimba, and I drive past it all the time. And this music video was actually really inspired by Joji. So Joji, Your Man, was a part of it. Actually, it wasn't even just Joji, Your Man. So there was Joji, Your Man, which inspired this part. But I also saw another one, Dancing in the Dark, or Slow Dancing in the Dark, which is where another scene comes from. And I drove past this whilst I was listening to the song, and it was just like a sign, and I was just like,
Yeah.
this is exactly what I need to do.
And the first night we went there, it was all the lights were off.
Yeah,
so we had to like reschedule the whole shoot.
Because it went from being one brand of petrol station to another brand during that week, they like pretty much gutted the whole place, even though telling us that we had booked it for a shoot.
Yeah.
And we couldn't use it for the shoot.
Yeah. The other little fun fact is that is genuinely my mum's car.
Yeah. I know, and that's the thing that
And I
I want.
remember I was so embarrassed. I was like, Joey, I was like, Beau, we need to get another car.
Yeah,
Like,
and I was like,
and you're
no,
like, no, it's
that's
great.
perfect.
And
Like,
I was like, no.
you're not the perfect person. Like, it shows that you make mistakes, and it shows that, you know, you're humble, and you have this little car, and like, yeah. So let's go on to the rest of this.
Okay, we have some more questions.
Yeah.
You deserve better. It's not a game. I just keep on playing with you. You need to know it's not your fault.
That's my favorite shot.
Same.
Well, it's that one and another one. It's just the lighting and everything.
I love it. I
came
love
together.
the shot that you took of Joey.
Looking over his
looking
shoulder,
over. I'm
yeah.
just like, oh my god, he looks so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have got the name of the guy that was serving him so that we could have put him in the credits, but
He told me his name. It's like something like Luke or Nathan or something like that.
okay.
But someone that we did put in the credits is my mate Dan. So Dan, the funny thing about Dan is like Dan and I are really good mates, and we do a lot of shoots together. Also, you're wearing a couple of his pieces. He has another
Yeah.
thing called Statement VIP, which is like the necklaces
Jewelry.
and stuff. But Dan always plays the protagonist in all of my videos.
Yeah.
So
because he looks like a bad boy.
He
He's
is
got,
a
like,
bad
tattoos
boy.
And he's got an attitude. He's sassy.
he played like a Russian mafia boss in another video
yeah,
for me.
of course. How could you customize anything else?
And it's funny, like all he had to do was like play. It was like literally we just said play a scumbag, be a scumbag. So he's played the scumbag.
but he's actually not. He's
Yeah,
actually so sweet.
He's really nice.
Yeah.
And so thanks Dan for
Thanks,
being
Dan.
my bad guy and
For
everything.
being the guy I cheated on Joey with.
Yeah. And it's funny because we've planned to do another music video with him in it as your current boyfriend.
I know. Don't spill the beans too much.
No, we won't do that. All right, let's go back.
There was never enough. There was only you.
Did I rewind this?
A little bit, yeah. Okay. Oh, he looks so good.
You need to know it's not your fault.
Oh.
I let you go. I'm sorry, but the thing about us, yeah, I know that you lied when you said you could get over us.
And you know what? That what he was yelling to me in that fake
I
fight
kind of heard it.
was actually what we ended up breaking up about.
20 seconds you in there.
Like another
literally
guy.
20 fucking seconds.
He was like, I
Only
can't
things
believe
that
you won't commit to me, like all of this stuff, like the things that he was yelling were the things that ended up coming true. Like I'm just saying, I felt like when I was having that fight, I was like, shit, like
It's a real fight.
This is I'm
Yeah.
cursed.
Like, it looked like a real fight. Like, I was actually so surprised with how well you guys were, like, acting.
Joey!
And so many other people have been like, you guys aren't actors and you did really well in this.
Well, I was an actress.
Oh, okay, well, sorry.
I was. That's what I wanted to be before I started making music. But
Yeah.
like Joey'd never done it before.
No. This scene here, this
Yeah.
would have been good the night that we were meant to shoot it because it was pissing down
Rainy.
rain.
I know.
And I wanted it to be that traumatic, like,
I
dramatic
know.
scene.
But that's okay, my hair didn't get wet.
Yeah, and the clothes are nice.
Okay, hotel. So that was a hotel room that I actually. So we had another bathroom scene hooked up,
Yeah.
but it was actually we ended up shooting that in the hotel
Hotel
that
you're
Joey
staying
and I
in.
were actually staying in.
Because I wanted, like, as you can see, the lighting in there was really cool. Like, I wanted it to be that depressive kind of cinematic green, like the Joker kind of movie, kind of girl has a depressive outburst in well, you see it in the mirror scene coming out. But I remember coming to the hotel and I'm like, oh no, this is perfect. This is great.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I mean. Like, this video was just so seamless and easy to make. Everything just fell together.
Yeah.
Like, this was a raining scene that was meant to be the same day as the other one, so it all tied together. But you know, rain can come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You got another cue.
Okay, so I've actually got quite a few more, but some
We'll
of
do
them
some
are
at the
silly.
end. Yeah.
One's unleaded or diesel. Like, that's not really a
We didn't-
unleaded.
To be honest, we didn't actually even really fill up, so acting.
How many days was it shot in? 3 days, I think.
3.
Yep. Okay. The other one I've got is I Love It from Emmy.
Thank you, Emmy.
It's sad
Love you.
knowing it didn't work out. Can I ask why you broke up? Well, I think I covered it
No,
with you. No, I covered it with
you don't get to find out, you sticky beak.
Oh, come on. Everything I
okay.
write about is about myself.
Okay, maybe write a song about it.
All of my songs are about all of them.
Yeah,
Jeez.
exactly.
I feel bad for I do feel bad for my exes because like everything that I write, I mean, it's my personal expression. It is transparent. The reason why Joey and I broke up is just because we made this fucking music video. I'm gonna
Sorry,
say
it's my
like we
bad,
were
it's my
meant to
fault.
be, and then we go ahead and we put him in these situations and we manifested it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it just didn't work out because you know, we're just at different stages and like I said, like I think like the energy of like doing that clip together in such a fresh relationship like did
Yeah.
kind of like set up like an anxious tone, at
Yeah.
least for me.
Yeah, right. No, that's my favorite shot.
Same.
Yeah. Whoa, there we go.
Wow.
Good work.
Congratulations. High 10.
Oh shit. Oh, I'm playing it again.
Okay, so I've got a couple more questions and then we'll probably wrap it up.
Yeah.
But favorite moment in the video.
Favorite scene or favorite moment?
Okay, let's go favorite
We'll do both.
moment. Okay.
Favorite moment? Well, it could have been when we were driving up there and we were at McDonald's and you were meant to order a burger and a cowboy hat and a southern accent, but you fucked that up. That was a good time.
I was frazzled.
Yeah, I think just like the whole everything coming together and the lighting looking so good in that petrol station, it just really made me feel like accomplished, I guess, because like it's just been, I've really wanted to pursue doing music videos, and this one, it just fell together really well.
Yeah, my favorite moment was probably the petrol scene. Like, I just felt like that, like, really, like, drove the narrative of the music video. So that was my favorite scene, I guess.
Yeah.
But overall, like, I think the whole thing was just my favorite. I always just get so amazed by, like, setting out with an intention with a group of people that you don't know, with no, like, hardly any budget, like, no assistance, no lighting, like, none of that stuff, but just being, like, so parallel and, like, unified in the vision that, like, I didn't have to ever second guess you that you were veering off in a different direction. I wasn't sure what I was going to get. Like, just having that synergy with another creative is, like, so rewarding. So love you.
Yeah, I love you too. Any more
yes, I've got a couple more. Are you and Joey together? We've already answered that. No. How did you shoot the car scene? We've answered that. Where did you shoot? We shot it in Brisbane.
Okay, so I'll give you location rundown. So I'm a location whore. I will go anywhere and try and find locations. The first location was my loft studio, where we're in the bed. It's actually where we're sitting right now, but I had the bed over here. The next one was Bribie Island, and same with the beach, that was Bribie Island. Then the Bowls Club, that's Windsor Bowls Club. Then what else do we have? Oh, we had like the donut scene, that was still on Bribie Island. And then the petrol station is in Bulimba.
Hotel room.
The hotel was in the city, and so was the bus stop scenes. I actually wish that we had more of those in there, but because we emphasized on the petrol station so much, we didn't get to have, because I loved shooting that bath scene and like the lighting and stuff like that, because you were really vibing with the mirror and like, you know, really down on yourself.
Me?
Yeah.
Me vibing with the mirror?
Yeah, but like more in a like more in a like a psychotic way. It wasn't like it was more like looking into your soul and stuff like that. That was really good.
Isn't that what you do every night?
I don't even really have a mirror.
Okay. Yeah,
that's okay. Have we got any more questions?
No.
That's it. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the music video and hanging out with Beks and I. Make sure, do we say give us a like and a thumbs up? And
actually,
subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe to our channel, Beau and Beks on film.
Yeah, all right, goodbye.